Paul Hogan's life has always read like a story straight out of the movies. Born on October 8, 1939, in the dusty outback town of Lightning Ridge, New South Wales, he grew up in an Australia defined by opal mines, hard work, and a tough frontier spirit. His humble beginnings instilled in him a rugged resilience and a cheeky humor that would later become his trademark. Hogan didn't start out chasing fame. In his early years, he worked one of Sydney's most grueling jobs as a rigger on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. High above the water, risking his life on steel beams, Hogan developed both courage and an irreverent sense of humor that made him laugh in the face of danger. Those early experiences gave him a down-to-earth quality that would one day win over audiences around the globe. His first step into entertainment came almost by accident. In 1971, Hogan appeared on New Faces, a television talent show. He wasn't a trained comedian, but his sharp wit, self-deprecating jokes, and authentic Australian charm struck a chord instantly. His humor was raw, unpolished, and very different from the polished, often imported comedy dominating television at the time. The audience loved him. Soon after, he landed his own program, The Paul Hogan Show, which ran throughout the 1970s and early 80s. The sketch show, with its satirical takes on everyday life and Australian stereotypes, made him a household name. By 1973, he had won a TV Week Logie Award for Best New Talent, cementing his rise from bridge worker to national star. But Hogan's biggest leap came in 1986 with Crocodile Dundee. Co-writing and starring as the charismatic bushman Mick Dundee, Hogan captured the world's imagination. The film was a cultural phenomenon, grossing hundreds of millions worldwide and introducing international audiences to both Australia and Hogan's irresistible charm. He won a Golden Globe, earned an Oscar nomination, and became one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. Sequels followed Crocodile Dundee 2 in 1988 and Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles in 2001, though later films didn't match the original's magic. Hogan had already secured his place in movie history, away from the spotlight. Hogan's personal life was just as eventful. He married Noeline Edwards in 1958, long before stardom arrived. The couple raised 5 children together, and for years, their marriage seemed solid. But by 1981, cracks had formed, leading to divorce. In a surprising twist, the two remarried less than a year later, only to divorce again in 1986. That second split was messy, dominating headlines in what became one of Australia's ugliest celebrity divorces. It was a turbulent and very public unraveling that revealed the price of fame on private life. Amidst this turmoil, Hogan's life took a dramatic turn when he met his Crocodile Dundee co-star, Linda Kozlowski. Their on-screen chemistry blossomed into real romance, and in 1990, they married. Unlike his first marriage, this one unfolded at the height of his fame. The couple welcomed a son, Chance, in 1998, and for years they seemed inseparable. They were one of Hollywood's most recognizable couples, splitting their time between Australia and the US, raising their son, and sharing the glare of public attention. Yet, even their marriage eventually faced strain. By 2013, after over 2 decades together, Linda filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Compared to his first marriage's chaotic split, this one was more civil. Both prioritized their son and expressed mutual respect. But for Hogan, the end of his second marriage was deeply painful. In interviews, he has spoken candidly about the heartbreak, describing divorce as surgery without anesthesia. You feel every cut, every tear, and the scars never disappear. For a man known worldwide as the tough, charismatic Mick Dundee, these words revealed a very different side. A vulnerable husband and father grappling with loss. Hogan confessed that when Linda left, the silence in his home was unbearable. After 20 years of companionship, the smallest reminders, a coffee cup, an empty chair, felt like knives to the heart. He admitted that it wasn't just losing a wife, but also a best friend and partner who had shared not only his personal life, but also his greatest professional triumphs. Every movie, every memory, every photograph had her face in it, he explained. That made moving on especially difficult. Despite the grief, Hogan has always spoken with respect about Linda. He praised her as a mother and acknowledged the bond they shared, even as he admitted to the lingering pain. He also shared a hard truth about divorce, that the real suffering often begins after the papers are signed. The loneliness, the second-guessing, the what-ifs, those are the cuts that never fully heal. Still, Hogan's reflections show not just sorrow, but also resilience. You learn to live with it, he said. The scars don't vanish, but you keep going. Life doesn't stop because your heart's been broken. You just hope the next chapter is a little kinder. For Paul Hogan, the divorce from Linda Kozlowski was more than the end of a marriage. It was the end of a partnership that had defined both his personal life and much of his career. Behind the Hollywood glamour and global fame lay the raw reality of heartbreak, reminding us that even the biggest stars are not immune to life's most human struggles. His story stands as both a testament to love's power and a sobering reminder of how fragile even the strongest bonds can be.